to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer Podcast. My name is Eric. You hate me 702. And as of right now, I'm by myself. We may get a couple people to join in a little later, but it's just me, and we're about to have some fun. Got a couple things we need to talk about. We need to talk about. We're gonna talk about SummerSlam Night One. Give my reactions to SummerSlam Night One, and then we're gonna talk about some boxing talk. We got Lamont Roach versus William Zepeda that just happened last night. The Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney news that's happening. Of course, we can always talk about my man Ryan Garcia and the Conor Ben upcoming fight September 12th in Las Vegas. And then we're going to talk about Skubal being traded to the Dodgers. And you guys' thoughts on what that means and will there be a lockout? Will they get through spring training? Because there's already talks that they're going to put a salary cap due to what the Dodgers is doing. So we're going to get into that. And then whatever else I decide to talk about. Not really sure. So we'll start off with the first thing. We'll start off with Zepeda Beach Roach. I don't know if you guys saw um, um, I don't know if you guys saw the fight. But basically, if I'm not mistaken, it was I want to say the WBC lightweight. Let me just pull it up just to make sure. Yeah, the WBC lightweight title. It was William Zepeda versus Lamont Roach. There was also a couple other fights on there, not that big a deal. If you guys don't remember, I'll give you a brief rundown of who Lamont Roach was. Lamont Roach is a very, very good fighter, but he became more known due to the Javante Tank Davis fight. Roach was the guy that Davis fought, and Davis took the knee because he had something in his eye and went to the corner and got it wiped out. And it should have been counted as a knockdown for most people, including me. I thought it was a knockdown, and it wasn't. And they ended up going on to having a draw, and then Davis hasn't fought since then. So, um, this fight happened in Las Vegas. It was fight night last night. There was a couple things going on in Las Vegas. Fight night, a concert, ACD concert at Allegiant Stadium, a couple other things. There's a lot of events. But yeah, he got beat. Lamont Roach got dominated. I watched bits and pieces of it, watched the highlights. It wasn't even close. Um, Cepeda just looked, I would say, more prepared than Lamont Roach. But Lamont Roach has this issue of of not coming up in big fights, where he kind of lets off the gas. We saw it against Pitbull Cruz, where he went for a draw or a split decision loss. Yeah, he went for a split decision loss in that one against Pitbull Cruz. So I'm not sure. Lamont Roach might be one of those guys that when it steps up, and people can say he gets screwed, but he really didn't get screwed. He got pretty 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 beat down. I wouldn't say that he got dominated, but it was overwhelming. He just got beat. From the highlights I saw, he had just got beat down on a regular basis. Zepeda was faster to the punch. His combinations were quicker. They seemed more sharp, and again, he seemed more prepared. All right, we're gonna get into the Dodgers land Scuba. We'll get back in some boxing in a second. First of all, I was extremely surprised seeing them get them. Um, I'm not a huge baseball fan, as you guys know, but I do know who some people are. I know the guy is a two-time Cy Young winner. I had read some articles and reports basically stating that he was on the move, and then I saw the notification came through that he got him. They got him. We know what they're getting him for. They're getting him for the three-peat. They're trying to do the three-peat, so which is smart. The problem is, after they got the guy last year, I forgot who it was, and then they got everybody was tripping out, going crazy, talking about the baseball needs a salary cap, and then they go and do this. So that was extremely shocking, especially since they're doing the off season. They're going to go into winter meetings here in the next couple months, and I wonder if the salary cap is going to be on the table. I wonder if they're going to start talking about a salary cap, and very similar to a lot of the other sports where you can't do what the Dodgers are doing. And you know why teams do this. They do this because of the fact that they get envious, or they're mad that teams are exploiting the rules not the same way, and not exploiting loopholes and they're winning. So like when first couple times the owners will probably side with them, but now what you're seeing and they're going for this. No, I think the owners are definitely going to go and try to put a salary cap on it, which is going to hurt baseball in the long run. Because that means your contracts are coming way down. And once they start putting salary caps on there, NBA, NFL, they're gonna put these other contracts in where you get, I mean, NBA is completely guaranteed money, but they may start looking for stuff at that the NFL gets into. We can release you after a certain amount of things. Jeremy's about to jump on. We can release you after a certain amount of time, and we don't have to pay you. The only money that's paid is your guaranteed money. So for all your baseball fans, baseball players, if you guys get a salary cap, I'm completely sorry, and you can blame the Dodgers. Do I think the Dodgers over did? Let me think. Let me think of how I'm gonna say this. So, um, and then what they give up like three prospects. Let me check to make sure I'm tripping. Not tripping. Yeah, they gave up outfielders. I hear Hope, relief pitcher River. His first name is River. Oh shit, River Ryan, and relief pitcher or right-handed pitcher. Yeah, right-handed pitcher. Right-handed pitcher. Is that right-handed pitcher RHP or is that relief? It's got to be right-handed pitcher. Right-handed pitcher. Right-handed pitcher. Brady Smith. So they gave up two pitchers. Number 5 prospect for the Dodgers. Number 7 prospect for the Dodgers, and Brady Smith. And they get Tarik Skubal. So that is they didn't give up too much. Yeah. Well, this is a little different. I think if we're gonna talk about that, we'll sidetrack real quick to that because I love Anthony's questions. What's up, Anthony? Thank you for joining the podcast as always. We could definitely sidetrack on that. The Rams traded for Miles Garrett, so they went on there, fuck them picks, and they traded for Miles Garrett, a very amazing trade. And now they got Aaron Donald possibly coming out of retirement. So I can see that. I would think this would be more like LeBron going to the Sixers. More no, because the Sixers haven't won shit. Never mind. And the Rams were in the NFC Championship yet last year. Let me walk myself through this real quick while I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I think the I could definitely see what you're saying. I think that because of the salary cap, it's not as egregious as what the Dodgers are doing. But then again, yeah, it's not as egregious. But then also at the same time, Matt Stafford's held together by fucking duct tape and rubber bands. So in that scenario, I mean, they could definitely win it. But I think that's why it's not as egregious because football is a little different than baseball. Even though baseball has a lot of long ass games, especially when you got a quarterback held together by toilet paper and baking soda powder. All right, what else am I going to talk about with that? Hold on, got it. Bringing it up. Um, do you guys think Detroit got enough? If you were Detroit, I mean, I don't know how baseball trades work. That's why what Sam was on today. I don't know how. Oh, you're 100%. That's what I was saying earlier. If they get I agree with you 100%. If they go in and do a salary cap, it depends on what the owners try to do. That's kind of my opinion. Are the owners going to do a salary cap very similar to and when I mean the salary cap, they're going to have the salary cap, but are they going to start trying to renegotiate the contracts, the upcoming contracts, not the ones that they have now, but putting clause in certain contracts that you see in basketball or football. So you got a salary cap of this many million. Basketball, it's guaranteed money, but at the same time, you can get waived and cut. That money can be stretched over a couple years. So I wonder if they're going to keep the guarantee model with their cap with their when they do salary cap negotiations, or they're going to go very similar to football, where to the NFL, where the only guaranteed money is what is guaranteed in that contract, and you can release players, trade players, and only really have to pay some of that guaranteed money. I'm kind of curious to think if that changes the baseball contracts going in with the salary cap. And of course, if the owners go in and they come up with a salary cap that they want, and then they start tinkering with the contracts for the future contracts, do we get led to a lockout? That's kind of my situation where I'm thinking right now is this: what is the snowball effect of this of what's happening right now, of this trade or this signing? That's the only thing I'm interested in it, because a lot of times you do see where signings and trades in other sports make clauses. I'll give you a perfect example: the step-in rule in the NBA. The step-in rule is named after, I think it was a Cleveland Cavaliers coach or GM that basically traded all away their first round picks for like 5 or 6 years. So that's why you can't trade first round picks in back to back years. That's why we got all these pick swaps. So for the loopholes. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. If if we're talking, well, let's look at the winners and losers of this trade, right? So I think both the Dodgers and the Tigers would be considered winners. Both of them got. I don't really think it matters what happens with some of these prospects that they got. The three prospects. I think if one of the prospects could turn into a steady rotation player, um, then it's a win-win. You're never going to get back value for trading somebody that's a two-time Cy Young winner like Tarik Skubal. You'll never get value back for that. You never get value for trading superstars. Even if you get draft picks, you gotta bet and pray that you get on it. So by getting three good prospects, where one or two of them can turn into starting rotations, maybe we get an all-star out of one of them. I think that's a very good trade for the Tigers. Could they have gotten more? Possibly if they open but we don't know what the behind the scenes were. There were probably many offers, and this might have been the best offer for the Tigers going forward. Getting a couple pitchers. You coming? Getting a couple pitchers to try to replace your Cy Young relief pitcher. So yeah, of course it's a win for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are trying to go get a three-peat. So with them trying to go get a three-peat, this is 100% a win for them. They're on the same method like Anthony said to the Rams. Fuck this, fuck them picks, fuck this money, fuck your contracts. We tried to win. That is the biggest. That is a big winner. So even if it doesn't pan out with a three-peat, the fact that you got a two-time Cy Young winner, you got for three prospects. I think it's amazing. Yeah, for a prospect, yeah, dude. Think about that. You're right. You're right. Think about that on the what you're seeing. You have young men that got drafted to the Dodgers. Not saying anything. I don't care if you're a California person or not. State tax sucks. California has a high tax thing, but they get drafted to the Dodgers, a team that was just winning World Series, and then they get traded to Detroit. I don't know where Detroit sits, but I would rather live in LA or near LA than Detroit. Granted, I do know that they're going to play for minor league baseball teams, so they're not, it's not like the NBA. They're not 100% gonna let, gonna land to. Buddy, I like this new thing. When you came in, it immediately told me on the screen that you were ready to be staged. It's like add Jeremy to the stage.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Like he came right up in front of me and it's like add Jeremy. Jeremy is in. Add him to the stage. We're talking the Dodgers Skubal trade.
Oh,
Basically, I'm
good.
thinking
All
about
I say
Snowball.
is good luck. It's a 1 year rental. They're gonna have to redo it. They're gonna have to give him a contract next year.
Oh, they're just going for the three-peat.
Okay. That
So do you like the trade for
karma,
the Dodgers?
karma's about to be a bitch. So I mean, whatever.
Okay, go ahead and elaborate on that. What do you mean by Karma's about to be a bitch?
Hey, you know when you try to skirt the system and find all the loopholes, or you know how um, you do something wrong, but technically it's not wrong, and then eventually shit catches up with you, and maybe you have three or four good players go down with injuries, or maybe you don't live up to what you built. Karma's gonna be a bitch.
Got you.
So I mean, they at this point, I think they're just trying to push the envelope, and at some point, karma's going to be a bitch, and it's going to be what it's going to be.
There's
I
no way
think they're just trying to test their limits and see how far they can push it before another team says this is enough, or nature takes its course.
nature. I already think that's gonna happen, buddy. I think this trade is gonna send them over the top. I was talking about the snowball effect. I think that this trade is gonna send the rest of the owners over the top because it's just a blatant, like you said, it's just in our face. Like the trade they did last year, the way they signed the contract or whatever, it is just literally in our face. You guys are just fucking us with no lube. So I think right now, other owners, after a certain while, when they talk with the winter meetings this year, I definitely think salary cap might be on the table.
And
And
then
I
and
think
then
because
then when I talk about karma, then they're gonna come when shit hits the fan and everything gets changed and the way you have to do business changes. Then they're gonna come back and bitch about it,
yep,
and then they're gonna be like, "Oh well, everybody complained about it, so now we have to do it this way." Well, if you weren't such a fucking prick, and if you weren't such an asshole and did shit that you know undermined everybody, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. So I mean, you get what you get. It's your fault.
yeah, no, you're right. Now, my question is, I make big reaches. I reach out there on some of these topics. I'm thinking that if they start talking about salary caps, once they start talking about salary cap and putting a salary cap in, I think contracts come up. And I'm wondering, especially because now you're not going to guarantee all that money. You're not going to want to guarantee all that money going forward because depending on what your salary cap is. I'm wondering if they start trying to mess with future contracts in the winter meetings so they can protect themselves. And basically where this does not happen. We're very similar to like smaller teams, smaller markets where they get precedence over the franchise tag in a restricted free agent in basketball. Do you see what I'm saying? Where for the first 7 years, we already know MLB, the teams control their contracts for the first 5 years. But I wonder if they're going to put clauses in to help smaller teams and to help this not happen. Like
I
in the
think
NBA, you can offer more money if you have the rights to that guy. You see what I'm saying? Than any other team.
I think with this, I think you're going to start seeing small market teams have more pull.
That's what I'm thinking exactly. And that's what happened in the NBA. When small market teams started getting mad, then they started instituting stuff to help small market teams.
Yeah.
So like an NBA team controls the players' rights literally for the first 8 years. We're seeing it right now happen with Jalen Duran. Jalen Duran's done his 4 years. He can't sign a contract because nobody wants to give him big money. So he's a restricted free agent. He has the choice to go back, play on a restricted free agent tag at a very low money, and then he's not a non-restricted free agent, or if he signs with his team, they can sign him for another 4 years. Like they have the right to control their contracts first 8 years. I wonder if that something like that's going to happen with baseball, and if that happens, fuck the Dodgers. Everybody in baseball is a horrible loser. Oh, let's see. Okay, so Anthony said, "Are we talking about the Clippers paying their star with random money, dude?" That doesn't surprise me. I'm not like when that came out and Pablo Torres made that whole entire claim, it sounded weird. And the more you look at it and the more the NBA drags us on, the more I'm like, yeah, y'all know this is going on. I'm 99% sure that when Michael Jordan got signed, this could be a rumor, it could be a conspiracy theory. I don't want to research this up because this just sounds too fucking good. So I'm gonna pretend it's true. I heard basically, and it probably happened during the Last Dance also, so I could be 100% right with this. Um, The New York Knicks offered Jordan a ton of money, and they were offering him money basically through media rights and stuff like that, and other sponsorships that they were going to have, and that's why Jordan signed such a huge contract with the Bulls. You saw Joe Smith with the Timberwolves. This one's real, where they paid him. They had under the deal handshake deals, and they were paying him. They basically paid him less than market value, and to get his bird rights for 3 years, and then they were going to sign him to a huge contract. Them motherfuckers were paying him off of some other shit. When you start looking at how some of these teams get together, and you see what happened in college football and all of this other shit, you know damn well they're getting paid. You know damn well they're getting paid under the table. There's no joke about it. And it's a very easy thing to pay under the table if you're a fucking billionaire. You
Yeah.
set up a couple fake ass sponsorships. The only problem was he got in bed with somebody that was in trouble for fucking money laundering. So Steve Ballmer was fucking stupid. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'm guaranteeing you that the Philadelphia 76ers are paying LeBron James under the fucking table. I'm guaranteeing you every single team that he was signing with was going to sign him for 4 million on the books, and they got tons of sponsorships lined up for him off the books. The difference is LeBron James is going to go do some of those. He's going to go show up for 5 minutes and leave. But these are all sponsorships set up for him to make that extra money. And fuck, when Kawhi was going around doing his free agency pitch, he was telling teams he wanted ownership. Caleb Williams' dad was telling teams he wanted ownership. Remember that, Jeremy?
Oh yeah.
This is nothing new, dude. We just don't understand how they do it. All these billionaires have fucking trust funds. They have tons of businesses in their trust funds that they don't control because it's not them. They may not even be the executor. They could have friends that are sisters that are fucking executors, and then they have no connection to it, but it's fucking trust fund. Yeah, I don't think exactly. That's what I'm saying. The only difference is LeBron is fucking actually gonna show up to some of these. They're gonna book him for 15 and he'll show up to 7. So you saying if they do talk about the cap, I'm saying what I'm saying is if they talk about the cap this offseason, I think they get to a lockout if the owners start talking about contracts. I 100% think the Players Association is going to go with the cap. That does not hurt players. Having a salary cap, yes, it can because it's going to hurt the amount of money that certain players get paid for. So you're going to have, but they have so many fucking players that they can call up and down, and there's so many teams that will pay them. You'll actually see some players kind of get overpaid due to the fact that no another team like the Yankees are over on salary cap, so they can't take this younger player that they want and pay him a lot of money. So the fucking Marlins are definitely going to pay him, and they may pay him a little more to keep his homegrown star because they have more money on the salary cap. Only thing I think that's going to happen is when they start talking contracts. If they start talking contracts and start talking about changing the way MLB contracts are, adding clauses, adding more guaranteed money instead of the whole contract bit, then I definitely think they have a lockout.
I'm trying to think. The Dodgers now have what, 1.6 billion?
Yeah, yes. So also, how are they going to do the salary cap? Are they going to put penalties on it, or is it going to be a hard cap? Is it going to be like the NBA salary cap, where you have one or two things that you can go over it in? And we saw how that's changed the NBA. Fuck, you can't have two stars that take up 75% of your cap. So I'm not sure how it's going to work, but it's not as easy as saying, hey, each team can have $2 billion in cap. You've got to put in perimeters and penalties and ways and moves that you can do now when you're trading. Now, for instance, a salary cap right now. So like this trade right now, how much money is Tarik making? Is Skubal making compared to those three prospects? So in that scenario, now they may have to trade more money. You may see an extra player get thrown in because salaries have to match a little more. That's why it's very very intricate in my opinion for them to put in a salary cap. So I don't think it happens this year. But I definitely think as they're going into it, you'll probably take a year for them to iron it off. The Players Association is going to have to probably vote on it. They'll get it all into perspective. But during that time frame, they're definitely going to start talking about contracts. Exactly, the lower the limit on teams. So you're 100% right on all that. So this is why I think it's going to be a very difficult transition. And once they get that set, the next step, evolution step, whatever you want to talk about, is contracts.
Oh, they passed 2 billion in deferred contract after what's his name? Kyle Tucker.
So yeah, that's not going to be good. So that's not going to be the greatest thing at all. But it is what it is. Do you see what I'm saying? They put the rules in, and the Dodgers have been doing this since they got fucking Shohei Ohtani. They've literally found ways to skirt the rules. So just like the Clippers found ways to skirt the rules, and nothing's gonna happen to them. Kawhi Leonard's going back to Toronto, and I'm telling y'all, Toronto's paying him some shit as well. All right, buddy, let's get into okay. So let me ask you: did you catch up on SummerSlam for night one?
I watched it.
You watched it, okay? I didn't know if you watched it. I didn't know if you watched it. So, because yeah. So what? Okay.
Was it
What did you?
exciting? No.
Huh?
Was it exciting? No.
Okay. So what would you rate it? If we're giving it a grade, A through F through A,
I'd
what would
rate it
you
a
give it?
fuck off.
Oh, you give it that low?
If they, it sucked.
I'll
I
give it a
mean,
C.
it's at this point everything is so fucking predictable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I don't even remember what I picked last week,
Me neither.
but I mean the shit is predictable. I mean,
Okay, so what would you
the
say
only
your
thing that I wasn't predict. I mean, the heel turn with the Bellas and Paige, it was predictable,
predictable?
but I thought it was going to be Paige that turned.
We talked about that when it started. When they started, we said this is going to lead to Paige and Nikki having a fight.
Yeah,
We
I
literally
thought it
said
was
that.
going to be Paige that turned and hit one of the twins.
Yeah, but we knew that after WrestleMania. So that is very predictable. I really hate the twins. Oh my god, I've always hated them. I don't know why they bring them back. Neither one of them are good. When you go back and watch their matches, they weren't good back then. So they've never, in my opinion, been good in WWE. They just were probably had no problem being passed around. Now that we know about what Vince is doing. Okay, what would you say your match of the night was? I'll give you mine, and it was the first match.
Io Sky and Liv.
Oh, that match was fucking. I'm not saying the results. I'm not saying, but the match was extremely good. I thought that was the best match of the night, and I'll give you a couple reasons why I thought it was, okay? First reason why is they didn't look fucking stupid when they did certain things. So, for instance, um um Io Sky, we had Judgment Day come out, no big deal. We knew they were going to come out and interfere in the match, right? Raquel Rodriguez choke slams her. But at one point in the match, Io Sky hit Liv over the top rope or threw over the top rope or something like that. And Roxanne caught her. And she caught her and she put her on the ground. And they were checking on her. And they were like, "Are you okay?" And she's dazed and confused, so they're checking her. And meanwhile, Io Sky is jumping to the top rope. And she's not taking her time. She's actually moving with a little bit of brisk. She comes up, does the backflip. They're checking on her. You know how all of them kind of look and they're like, "Oh, wait." As she does the moonsault, Liv jumps back in the fucking ring. I was like, okay, finally, it made sense. Like they weren't just standing there congregating. It made it look like they were actually checking on Liv. Liv saw what was going on because she was facing that way and slid back into the ring. Um, when they did the reversal to the Oblivion, where Io landed on her head and bounced back up, and then Liv turned it into a code breaker. Like there were so many times in the match that I was just like, this is a very good match. I'm not saying I credit it to Io. Io is a fucking talented performer. I'm
Yeah,
not saying Liv
Liv
is, but
definitely
this
is
was
not
the best
talented
match in my opinion.
anything.
What'd you say?
Said Liv definitely isn't a talented anything.
Hmm.
Maybe a talented night worker.
I I think this is one of Liv's better matches, probably the best match we've seen her have in a while. And I give all the credit to Io. Liv and Io have after they worked at the Queen of the Ring, they got some chemistry, and it looked really, really a lot of false finishes that made sense. It looked both of them got to shine, and for majority of the match, Io was beating her fucking ass, and then Liv somehow pulled through like heels do. So I'm not. I thought that was the best match of the night, and I mean the rest of the matches weren't great. So I thought the opening match did what it was supposed to do. It set the tone, and I thought it was the best match. What do you guys think the best match is? What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments what you thought the best match was. Obviously, you don't agree with me on that match, so tell me what your thoughts were on that match.
I mean, I don't think any match was really great. Um, but if I had to pick, it'd be between Oba and Brock or Cody versus Punk. Cody versus Punk would probably get the edge simply because both of them, for being old as fuck, actually did new stuff.
Oh, it was a good match.
I mean, did you see CM Punk and his fucking 57,000-year-old ass trying to do the what the fuck is it? A somersault off the fucking top rope?
That man has aged so much in the
Like,
match.
what the fuck? See him trying to jump from a fucking top rope to the fucking announce desk?
Yep, he's aged
Like,
so much. My
like,
problem with that match was Randy Orton's involvement.
I mean,
That was my problem. Like they were having a good match. It was a much different type of match than what I thought they would have, but it was extremely good. But then Randy Orton, do I love Randy Orton? Yes. Do I love his RKO? Yes. Am I tired of Randy Orton and Cody? Yes. Why the fuck did we have CM Punk versus Cody to have fucking Randy? I would have much rather seen CM Punk versus bitch ass Sammy, or had the number one contender in CM Punk versus Finn Balor again.
but then also you got the Oba and Brock Lesnar match. That was a good match. Other than I wish they would have used the cage more.
They did. That was there were that is my drawback to it. It was a good Hoss match. They pulling up the fucking
I like that spot when racist pulled up the mat.
pulled up the mat and did the tombstone on him. Loved it. Loved it. But the problem but it's a Hell in a Cell match. That match didn't deserve to be in a cell.
Like the beginning of the match was really good. Whenever they threw the stairs, whenever he threw Brock through the table.
But they could have just done a no holds bar match.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So the stipulation didn't fit the match.
But there's no way you couldn't pay me enough to pick the first match.
I don't understand how. It's because Liv won, huh?
No, I just didn't like it.
I thought that was the best match, yeah.
And I love Io Sky.
I know you do. That's why I'm so surprised. Because she fucking put a carry job on. She Bret Hart carried fucking Liv Morgan.
Io,
fantastic.
Io carries 99% of the matches she's in.
Yeah, but you did not know who was going to win that match.
Oh, come on.
I didn't know Liv was going to win. There's multiple times I thought Io was going to win that match.
Come on, Liv is a streetwalker. Who does?
I was praying for Liv. Hey, you know like Liv.
Like,
like the white girls. I like Liv.
Big Nose cheats on Stephanie. What do you mean?
So, all right.
And he's not cheating on Stephanie with Io Sky.
What was okay? So, what do you think is going to happen with Oba now that he has done with Brock?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
So they can't have a triple threat match.
I don't know. Are they going to let him go after Roman Reigns?
I don't think they're gonna do that yet.
He's still technically king of the ring.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
don't
still
think they're having him go after Roman. If they have him go after Roman, I think that waits till WrestleMania. That's too big to not put at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania is not far away.
What are you talking about? It is August.
It's 8 months.
WrestleMania is in April.
Yeah, it's 8 months.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's gonna go by fast. But that's what I'm saying. If you could put him in another feud to set him up for that.
Right. Which I mean, you got to start building that.
100%. But who would you like to see him with before Roman?
I have no idea. Who is there for him to go against?
So I'm trying to think. You got to put him with somebody that's not going to hurt to lose. You got to put him with somebody that has some veteran presence and somebody that actually is somewhat of a viable candidate to beat him.
Like, there's not many people.
Braun Breaker. Give him and Braun Breaker. After Braun Breaker lose the tag team championship, let Braun Breaker go off on his own. Give him and Braun Breaker a couple months with some of the vision behind him, beating the shit out of Obi. Braun Breaker's mad because Obi has jumped him in the fucking pecking order. They go back to old style vision. Obi fights through him. You have that for a couple months. Then you set it up with Obi winning. Obi, somebody, there. Then you set that up for that championship match where Obafemi tries to, after he gets done with Brock, he tries to ring in his King of the Ring at WrestleMania. They talk some shit about, dude, Royal Rumble winner. So Obi's like, fuck it, I'll go win the Royal Rumble. And he does a fucking Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble and throws everybody the fuck out. And then you got 3 months to build him and Roman. Very, very easy. That's not bad. That's not bad. You got to admit, that's not bad.
I just don't like Brock. Or
I don't like Braun either. But if they tell it right,
fork and poke him in the fucking eye.
If they tell it right, it's not bad.
Be like,
but the Fat 2 storyline is not going to be good. That's Fat 2 and Obi is not going to be good. Immediately, I was thinking that is not. I would rather see Solo versus fucking Oba than fucking Fat 2.
If they ever turn Solo heel again, I'm gonna bring down WWE. Solo as a face.
Can I tell you? Okay, so the biggest winner to me out of the whole entire thing is Solo.
Solo
Sikoa.
Solo as a face is
he in the middle of the match and he go, run it back. I was dying. I was like,
Solo as a face is hilarious.
The last couple weeks with him being as a face, you see his personality. He's technically not that stoic beatdown guy. He is a funny ass fucking dude. So some of the shit that he be doing when he was dancing, I was like, okay, Solo, you're 100% right. You cannot, unless you turn him heel, but keep him as the very similar self. It's just people start getting annoyed with him.
Turn him heel, but make him a funny heel.
That's what I'm saying, like a New Day heel, where you have that in between because people are going to chant for him no matter what. But I think Fat 2 versus Oba is going to be a boring ass match. I don't think it's going to be good. And it's going to make Oba not look as strong.
Maybe Royce Keys.
At least when you're fighting, that's another issue. Royce Key, that's fine. But I think that's a good match. That's a Hoss match. But, WWE's not going to let two black guys have Hoss matches in the fucking main event something. Stop it. They're gonna make both of them look.
Big Nose ain't gonna allow
I don't want that. I do not want that match at all. Okay, I do not want that match at all. All of a sudden, I'm having flashbacks to 90s WWE. So no, fuck that. The issue I think that you have is if you give him a single competitor, at some point in time, he's going to have to take a fall or get beaten down, and that's gonna start to hurt him. You let him go against a stable. So that way you can extend that feud. Braun's going to hide behind Austin and Logan. He can beat the shit out of him, finally get his match, beat the hell out of him. But the only time that he loses is when the Vision comes in and beats the shit out of him. Double teams him, hits him with chairs. And you're already seeing what Austin did to, what's-his-face? Otis. So you're already seeing that vision becoming more menacing, and you can build up both of them where they get conquered, and it ends up being a match where nobody can interfere, and then Oba just beats the shit out of all of them. Who is the tall guy that was with Solo in his group? I don't know. All of in the MFTs or whatever the fuck that was.
Tala.
All of that was the horrible group to me. Um, so I did not care about the bloodline versus the LA Knight and all them. I didn't care about that match, even though I did like Solo. That match was just okay. All right, so night one's in the books. What do you think's gonna happen night? Did you have a problem with the championship not main eventing?
Um, no, not really. Um, I don't think that was the. I don't think that was the ticket pool.
Yeah, I'm with you, especially in Minneapolis. I'm with you.
Um, but if Anthony's right about this whole Brock Lesnar,
They're telling horrible storylines. They're cutting half their roster to take fucking pay cuts. Sheamus fucking is gone. They're bringing Nick Aldis, which by the way, Nick Aldis and Gunther was not a bad match. I'll give Nick Aldis his credit.
I'll tell you what, Nick Aldis looked pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm,
But
I
they're
was,
bringing it.
I was shocked.
He hasn't wrestled in 3 years, and he's on a main spot at fucking SummerSlam. Had no matches, a couple brawls. They're looking for attractions to bring people in. That's why Brock's not going to retire. Shit, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they haven't bring fucking Cena or AJ Styles back yet. Well, they have. They bring Cena back like 7 times for John Cena Invitational that nobody heard about ever again.
Technically, AJ Styles is working in the back.
Yeah, I know that, but I need him. I'm surprised they haven't bring him back out because they have to create so many moments.
The
So
shit's getting old. Like, why?
paying
I
Brock to
mean,
keep him around does not surprise me. All right, so now that we saw what happened on night one, fuck's happening on night two, buddy?
I don't know. I'm hoping I remember that it's on because I got a pack.
Where are you going?
I'm in DC next week.
Oh, that's right. I gotta drop off. I gotta drop off Alyssa after to the airport. She's in Austin. What time do you leave tomorrow?
7 a.m.
Okay, that's crazy. You got to be at the airport at like 5.
No, I gotta be at the airport like 7. My flight leaves at like 9, I think.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Um. All right. So let's see. Let's see. What do we got for night one, night two? Biggest match. Okay. Chad Gable has to win the Intercontinental Championship, right?
I mean, I would think so.
Especially since Brock lost at home and Chad's at home too.
I
And
would
WWE
think
has the habit
Chad
of title
Gable.
changes in their hometown.
I would think Chad Gable wins, especially with the promo video they put out for Chad Gable
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
on SmackDown.
Yes.
I would think they have him win, but cocaine sniffer knows. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. Um,
No Batista. Have you seen Batista lately? That motherfucker is skinny.
he
No
looks
Batista.
like a twig.
He looks old as shit. No Batista.
He looks like the size of a number 2 pencil.
Yeah. So that one, I think they have to. He has to win, but you never know because they like the things.
But I mean, honestly, they should have him win to pay him back for what he did with El Grande Americano
100%.
and let him have the title for a little while.
Yep. Yep. As soon as they announced it in Minneapolis, I'm like, oh, we're gonna continue the title changes in their home state. CM Punk got one in Chicago.
Because I mean, what
Sami
they
Zayn
should do
got
is
one in Saudi.
they should give him the Intercontinental title, and then I hate to do this, but I think it makes sense, and I think it'd be pretty cool. Is team him back up with fucking um, Tozawa and
Otis.
Otis, and then let them be his bodyguard.
100%. Especially since Maxine's gone. 100%. And
Yeah.
then you'll probably
And
have.
then continue this mending relationship tour.
Yep. Yep. 100%. I agree with you. Um, I don't even want to talk about the human monies on a pole match.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
I'm not.
I am excited to see this one.
I've seen too
I
many.
hope Judgment Day loses. Like, I hope there's so much interference that it's fucking sickening. I hope it makes everybody sick to their fucking stomach. So much fucking interference.
There is. There's going to be mini Housens.
Ryan Garcia's gonna interfere.
Justin Jefferson's going to interfere.
I am so fucking excited for this one.
I have seen so many on the pole matches, and I'm telling you, this is not going to be.
At least Liv won't be on the pole.
They should have put her on the pole.
I'd have to turn it off
Normal.
because nobody wants to see that.
Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin. I'm not gonna lie. I hope Trick Williams wins or Baron Corbin wins.
I hope they take that furry fucking title off of Trick Williams.
That's what I'm saying. I hope, even though I think it's gonna be a transition champion.
I don't think they're gonna let Baron win.
I don't either, but I think he should. I'm gonna tell you the most underwhelming match on this whole entire.
It's gonna be the
SummerSlam card.
Sami Zayn match because you can't stand Sami Zayn.
No, I don't care about that. I'm excited for that match. The damn championship 5-way ladder match for the interim title.
Yeah, the women.
UFC TKO jump. Who the fuck gives WWE an intern title? When did we start this shit? That's a UFC thing.
What is it with injuries though?
They just strip him. Finn Balor had to give up his title. We talked about that in the match. So this is the most underwhelming. You got Charlotte. Wait, who's in this match? So Charlotte and Jade.
They're gonna let Jade win.
And then you got Tiffany, Chelsea, and Lash Legend. So apparently, Bleacher Report is basically saying there's no way Charlotte or Jade wins because now they have a single match set up for next week's SmackDown, and they're not going to turn that into a title match. That would be absolutely stupid.
You know,
what do I think will be the first match? Right now, I would say the Intercontinental match.
Why do people think just because somebody has a title that every time they wrestle they need to put the title up?
What does that mean? Why?
So if Charlotte or Jade wins the title, what makes you think that just because next week they have a match that the title would be on a line?
So I get what you're saying.
Like this is why retards shouldn't have access to the internet.
Okay, so hold on. Playing devil's advocate. If you give Jade the title and then Charlotte beats her next Friday, that automatically sets up a championship match.
Okay. But why would you go on the internet and say, oh, if Charlotte or Jade wins, then they already have a match set up for next week, so they're not gonna let either one of them win because they're not gonna turn that match into a title match. What the fuck are you talking about, you stupid cuck?
It's bleach.
What the fuck? Like, how fucking dumb has this world become? Like, what the fuck, you idiot?
I would love for this to happen.
She's injured.
How injured is she?
Ever since she changed up and started doing fucking high rocks, she's the size of a fucking number 2 pencil. And every time she sneezes, she gets injured.
So she's got a slight meniscus tear. Okay. I would love to see that happen. But the only way I think that would happen is if they already had somebody that she was fond of. Like if there was somebody in there that we had seen her like be friends with beforehand, maybe that way she could pick her return opponent because we know she likes fighting her friends. But I mean, in this scenario, if she had interfered, she's gonna interfere probably for. It's not gonna be Last Legend. It's not gonna be Jade Cargill. Maybe Charlotte because of the respect. Tiffany Stratton's a United States champion, so I don't think she's holding both of them. Is she still United States champion?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I think the last match. I think the first match is gonna be the Intercontinental Championship. And then I think they're going to go in with a couple other matches because you need a match that's going to get the crowd up and going, and him winning that would get the crowd up and going. I am excited for Finn Balor and Sami Zayn's match. I am super
I hope
excited.
it's Demon Finn.
It's not
I hope it's Demon Finn, and they didn't. I hope it's a surprise.
because you know they would have announced that.
I hope they learned from the last time.
If it is Demon
I
Finn, I'm
hope
gonna
I
go.
hope Cocaine Nose learned from the last time.
I hope it's Demon Finn. If it's Demon Finn, he's winning.
Right.
I think Finn needs to win this. I think he absolutely should win this. And I think Sami Zayn should continue his slow turn.
I
I
think
think this
Sami Zayn
losing
should
this
continue
should
his.
set him over the top
I think
and make
Sami Zayn
that
should
slow
continue
turn be a
his
little more fast paced.
feet out the door move.
What do you mean?
It's getting old. I love Sami Zayn, but it's getting old.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta turn him heel. I think he would be a very good heel, but not the Dolph Ziggler. Oh, woe is me! It should have been me. I think him losing this kind of makes him stop being a fucking good guy and just say, "I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win." That type of heel. Do you see what I'm saying? Not the asshole heel, but it does not matter. He's gonna low blow you. He's gonna fucking poke you in the eyes. He's gonna do whatever it takes to win. He's gonna backstab you. All that good stuff. And then I think Kevin Owens comes back and helps him win. But I think Finn Balor needs this win. I hope they don't give it to Sami Zayn. Sami, if they give it to you, my hatred for you will be so much more. And then we know who's winning Roman versus Seth. Are you excited for this match?
Um, uh, yes and no.
The I agree with you because of all the hijinks they're gonna do. If Chad Gable wasn't there, any other time, I think I would 100% agree. But because Chad Gable is from Minneapolis, they're in Minnesota, him having this homecoming event, I think would that is going to give them a high. Then you play after that, you play the fucking Trick Williams match. See, this is kind of hard because I would say you play the Trick Williams United States match, then you give the Human Monies on a pole match, then you go with the. You know what? It's probably going to be the five-way women ladder championship. That's probably what's going to be first. That one. That one will definitely be first. Then Danhausen, because they'll want everybody in the seats for Danhausen. All right, last little thing we're gonna get into boxing. Real quick, did you see Lamont Roach lost to William Zepeda?
I really.
Yeah, William Zepeda overwhelmed him. It wasn't even really a close fight. And then did you
I
see?
think I kind of seen.
Yeah, it was not even a close fight. And then did you see Keyshawn Davis rejected Devin Haney's in the WBC's bid for the title fight at 147?
No, I did not.
Yeah, everybody was saying that it's a duck and he's scared of Devin Haney. Basically, they offered him like $2 million to fight, and he's like, "No, I want six." Basically, it was based off of the purse arrangement, and he's like, "No, fuck you, I want this." And so he's not. He's like, no, then I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna accept $2 million to fight you. I can go fight somebody else for 6. Fuck you. Trying to think what's going on with the NFC South. I know Baker's pissed. I know Tua got hurt again. I
Really?
know, huh?
Really?
Yeah, he got hurt. He missed like 2 practices. I know. Why am I missing a fucking team? Oh, I know Taysom Hill's not coming back to the to the Saints. He said goodbye after 10 years.
Yeah. Well, 9 years, but Sean Payton is talking about possibly bringing him into Denver.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. I got a question. Out of Drake May, Bo Nix, and Caleb Williams, those were the 3 young quarterbacks that were in the playoffs last year that actually did some things. Who do you think has the what team do you think has the biggest regression?
Wait, who?
So the
Drake
Bears,
May.
Broncos, Patriots.
Mm, Broncos.
Uh, I'm torn between the Broncos and the Patriots.
See, I was gonna say the same thing because I'm petty and 2001 still hurts. I was gonna pick the Patriots, but then I have to go with my division rival, so I have to pick the Broncos.
I agree. I think the Broncos won too many close games. I also think, and coming from a Chiefs fan, when you win a lot of close games, it doesn't happen forever. I also think that the division is stronger. And my giving the Broncos over the Patriots would be our division stronger than the fucking NFC East. It's really just the Broncos and the
So
Bills.
the only thing that I think
Or the Patriots.
would the Patriots would be a step ahead in that is there's a lot more distractions with Vrabel's bullshit going on.
And AJ Brown.
So I mean, there's a
And
lot
they
more
played a last place
distractions.
schedule.
There's a lot more distractions in Boston.
Yeah. I mean, both of them are going to play huge schedules. So they're both going to play first place schedules. They're going to play much better teams. But I think the biggest issue is Broncos won too many close games. The Patriots can still sneak into the playoffs, beating the Dolphins twice and the Jets twice, splitting with the Bills. That gives them 5 fucking wins. They just need to find 5 more. I think the Broncos are going to have a really tough time because they're not getting 6 wins in the division. They might not get 3 wins in the fucking division. Falcons don't have a QB. Panthers lost. Well, the Falcons didn't have a QB when they started the season. That's nothing new. We knew who did they have? Michael Pittman and Tua. Both of them are held together by spit and chewing gum. We know damn well they didn't have a quarterback. What 2 players did the Panthers lose? The Tampa Bay might trade away their D tackle. Not to mention Baker Mayfield is disrespected because of the contract negotiations. And we know the last time Baker Mayfield was disrespected, that dude went and gave a podcast on an interview with a dog, on the couch with a dog. So we got to worry about that. Will Arizona win a game this season? Yes, they will.
They'll win at least one.
They 100% will win a game this season. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because we have the Falcons in the league. We have the fucking Dolphins in the league right now. We have the fucking Jets in the league right now. We have the fucking Browns still in the league right now. Okay. Who else do we got? Who else do we got? We got shit. We got the fucking Colts. Okay, who the fuck are they starting? We'll go down to the NFC. Everybody, the Cardinals suck there. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Saints. Saints might be halfway decent. We definitely still got the fucking Cowboys, and they're gonna shit the bed at some point in time. Who else in that team sucks? The Cowboys. Oh, that's actually a pretty good division this year, depending on the Giants. And then the North, we got the Packers, the Bears, the Vikings, and we got the fucking Vikings. Yes, they're gonna win a game. I think they definitely will win at least one game this year. I don't even know who they're playing, but they're gonna win one game. Um, let's think. Let's think. Last thing. What was I gonna think about? There was something I want to talk about in the NFL that I can't remember what it was. Know about Kyle Shanahan's injury. We know Patrick Mahomes is scheduled to start week 1. Um, Aaron Donald might be coming back. Oh, Deshaun Watson versus fucking Shador Sanders. So did you have you dude, you should go watch the highlights of those two. So on day 1, I think Deshaun took all first team reps. He completed like 8 passes and threw 2 interceptions. And they were horrible. On day 2, Shador got first team reps. He had a better stat line. Deshaun was with the second team reps. He threw no interceptions. But there was literally somebody that came back for a takeaway that basically said, I do not think Deshaun Watson can play NFL quarterback ever again. He was that bad. That fucking bad. It was, I forgot exactly what the quote was, but it's like, he is not an NFL quarterback now. It was so fucking bad. So bad. And they're trying to give him, the Browns are trying to give him every option they can because this is the last year of that contract. But we don't know. We don't know. So Shador versus Deshaun is still going on. Um, do we know if Mendoza's starting, or are we you guys starting Kirk?
They're gonna start Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, and Marvin Harrison Jr. Have you seen any of his? Speaking of Arizona, Marvin Harrison Jr. might get beat out for the number 1 wide receiver.
I seen
I
something that said that he's not gonna be as good as they think he's gonna be
a
this year.
100%. Like he might be getting beat out for the number 1 receiver, and if he becomes the number 1 receiver, then if he loses that, then that's basically a number 3 because of Trey McBride. Also, fuck Madden and their ratings.
Why?
Trey McBride is a 99. Holy shit. So Taylor Morton, OT, placed on non-football injury due to a blood clot, is expected to miss the start of the regular season. Chris Brazil is on injured reserve for knee injury. Nick Scroton is on Scruton, whatever his name is, injury reserve. Thomas Ingram, Traven Wallace. Well, let's see if there's any other ones. Holy shit. Trey Morton, Trshawn Wharton, Bobby Brown, Ikem Ignua, Nick Scroton, Dan Chisna, and Chris Brazil. All of those are on IR or PUP. Okay, so they've got a lot. They've got a lot of fucking injuries. God damn. If you go through July 5th, July 21st, July 22nd, there's 3. July 24th, there's 1. July 28th, there's 1. July 29th, there's 2. July 31st, there's 1. They've had a shit ton of injuries. That is crazy. They're not going to be good anyway. They're not going to be good anyway. I'm not worried about that. If I had to pick, we'll start getting into our football. By the way, we're thinking about hosting another fantasy football league this year. Let us know if you want. We'll send out a tweet to see how many people want to join. Of course, it's going to be a casual ass league. We don't need them hard hitters in. We do need people that are going to be active and try to play through the season so we don't get wins and stupid ass shit. But we'll look at it. NFL fantasy is NFL was bought by ESPN. So we could do it on ESPN. We could do it on Sleeper app. My dynasty league switched over to Sleeper because I don't like ESPN. Is your fantasy league that was with NFL? Is it still?
On
Is it
Yahoo.
going over to ESPN?
It's on Yahoo.
It's on Yahoo. Okay. So we can do Yahoo. We can do Sleeper. We can do ESPN. However we want. If we're gonna get it done, we need to get it done soon. That way we can people can get prepared for it. But we'll tweet it out. Follow us. Let us know. Yeah, no stupid ass trades. Exactly. No stupid ass trades. What Anthony said. So we know Anthony's in, but we'll tweet it out to see how many people want to join in. Try to get a 10 to 12 man league, and then we'll let y'all know. Keep y'all posted. Where are you watching SummerSlam tonight at, Jeremy?
Here at home.
What time does it start?
3.
Hmm. 3 p.m. You gonna be at home?
Yeah, I have to pack.
Okay. I may hit you up.
Okay.
Yeah, bring some pizza over or something.
I mean, I don't have on TV.
I don't give a fuck. What are you watching it on?
Probably a computer.
That's fine. That's fine. Alyssa's going out of town. So she goes out of town tonight. Quinn's home, but he'll probably be sleeping. So I ain't got shit to do. I'm off. Oh, I gotta go do. She goes out of town. I gotta go do a spot count. So fuck. I don't know. I gotta go to work at like 6. I might have somebody else do that. I'll let you know. Because
All
it's
right.
what? It's like 4 hours, right? 3 to 7,
I don't think it's that long.
or is it 2 hours?
It'll probably be like 2.5.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll let you know once I drop off Alyssa. Yeah, but I'll probably bring over some beer or food. We can just watch it on the computer.
Okay.
You watch it, yeah. So just so yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'll let you know.
All right.
Yeah. Anything else you want to get into before we hop off? All right. Well, whenever you're ready, you can take us out. Everybody, make sure you subscribe. All that bullshit. Have a wonderful day.
Put me in, coach.